Welcome to week 4, everybody. I have really taken to heart your reading responses from week 2 and want to use this week to really make sure that you are getting the things that you want and need from this class. And many of you had asserted your need for practical guidance strategies that you can use right now with real examples. And it's so important for us to be able to move from the theoretical to the practical. And so hopefully that's what we will be able to do this week, and also to explore in depth some of the things that have been weighing on our minds in the weeks past, in the weeks prior. So we're going to use this week to draw out more ideas for strategies to readdress things like timeout and some of those strategies that we have talked about in week 2 and in week 3. So I'd like to introduce to you now some work that I've done in the past around prevention and intervention. And it's important that we first look specifically to child development. So just know that all children differ in terms of their activity level, distractibility, and sensitivity. Caregivers who accept and understand these differences in children's styles will be in a better position to offer effective and appropriate guidance. We know that children learn through making mistakes, and we as adults also learn through making mistakes. Mistakes are normal and they are an expected part of development. When caregivers and teachers acknowledge this, they tend to be more understanding of children's misbehavior. Caregivers who take the time to offer developmentally appropriate verbal explanations and guidance help children gain confidence, competence, and social problem-solving skills. Expectations for behavior vary greatly from family to family and from culture to culture. Some may place a higher value on compliance, dependence, and respect for others, while others give priority to individualism, independence, and assertiveness. We also need to consider the environment. The environment really does play a critical role in children's overall behavior. There are 4 influencing factors in the environment that we need to consider. The first is people. Adults who are committed to nurturing and guiding children create an atmosphere which fosters trust, security, and comfort. Communication skills are critical in modeling behavior they wish children to learn when they are in an environment that encourages caring and cooperative relationships. They learn to relate to each other in positive ways. We also need to consider the space, the actual physical space. It should be warm, inviting, organized, and free from clutter. Space can encourage or discourage desired behaviors. When space is sufficient, children can play and work in a relaxed setting. There should be areas specifically designated for adults, like an office space or a desk for teachers to put their things. And there should also be specific areas that are just for children to work individually in small groups. This really reduces conflicts. Again, the space should be warm, inviting, and organized. Also, when we are thinking about the environment, we need to consider time. We just got done creating daily schedules and transition strategies to help children be successful. Schedules, routines, and transitions serve as a framework from which children gain trust, security, and order. Schedules provide consistency and help children know what is expected when. It is okay to be flexible within schedules and routines. The main point is to ensure that children's needs are being met. Activities should be balanced throughout the day with both active and restful periods, with times for group activities, individual activities, adult-initiated activities, and child-initiated activities. We also need to consider the things that are in the environment. When toys and materials are in good supply and are familiar and are developmentally appropriate, children are encouraged to focus and become more involved in productive learning experiences. Caregivers who are knowledgeable about the ways in which environments influence behavior can plan their settings accordingly. With groups of infants and toddlers, providing duplicates of favorite toys is essential. You can reduce undesirable behaviors in toddlers by ensuring that there are multiples of favorite things so that children are not fighting over that one popular item. Learning to share is an important skill, but comes later in the preschool years and the elementary years, but for toddlers, having multiples of the same toy is really important. Okay, we're going to pause here. When you return, we will pick up and start talking about specific prevention strategies that help children feel confident and competent in their environment.